Gosh, where is everybody? Whoa. Testing. Hello.
Everybody's on vacation today. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Drum Sunday. Yes.
Yes.
So we want to feel the vibrations in the room today. So if you'd stand with us, if you're comfortable, if you're playing the drum and you want to sit, that's okay too. But are you happy to be here?
Yes.
I'm happy to be here. We're happy to be here. Come on, we want to feel it in here.
Yeah. Woo. Here we go.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Sing peace. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace gives me everything I need. Welcome, everybody. Happy Father's Day.
That drumming gets us kind of energized, right? Good morning.
Good morning.
Peace be with you. Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Pride Month. Happy summer solstice. There's all kinds of stuff going on today. That must be what all the wild energy is all about, I think. So that's wonderful. I'm so glad you have joined us here this morning. And I want to welcome everybody who's online as well to Unity Spiritual Center, Georgetown. A very unique spiritual place, community. And getting more and more unique as we move along, I think it seems like. This week we're going to do something really nutty. The Let's Get Metaphysical group is going to meet at the theater at 1:15 on Tuesday. And we're going to watch Disclosure Day together. And then we're going to hang out in the little area where they have food and drinks and stuff and discuss things, because that's what we do. We delve into things because we're trying to figure out, have you ever tried to figure out what is this mystery that we are experiencing that we call life? What is it? Where are we? How did we get here? See, I've been asking, I'm a philosophy major. I've told you that a million times. I've been asking these questions since I was 7 years old. I was asking a nun, why do I need to confess to a priest who is a man if God knows everything? That was my first philosophical question. I was 7 years old, and I'm still asking questions. How do these things work? And I'm going to talk about that today. And one of the things that really came across this week by watching videos for Let's Get Metaphysical is we talk a lot about quantum physics, and that's another thing about me. I'm just as curious about the material world as I am about the spiritual world. I've always wanted to know how things work materially. You know, how does an engine work? Things like that. Well, this guy, Erwin Schrödinger, is one of the fathers of quantum physics, and he created this wave equation, what's called the wave equation. I'll talk a little about it more later. And it's basically telling us that everything exists at the same time everywhere. It's just crazy stuff. And so this week I came across a video that this guy who was writing about quantum physics was reading the Upanishads, ancient Sanskrit Hindu texts, at the same time that he was writing about quantum physics. And I said, wow, that is something. So one thing that we do know is that we are energy beings, spiritual beings having a human experience, as we say in Unity. We're fundamentally energy beings, something like that, and we radiate this energy. And we come together into this material world so that we can have a human experience with all its ups and downs. And I don't know if you read the contract when you came, but you weren't reading it yet. But you got to look at this. At the bottom it says it might get rough along, a little bumpy along the way, and sometimes it does. But in the end, Shakespeare wrote, "'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." And that's what it comes down to, kind of. So Sunday mornings, what we really, really try to emphasize is this energy field that we are and that we create. And so we come together on Sundays because as spiritual beings, we need it. Randall, my friend Randall, I mentioned one day that at being part of a spiritual community actually adds years to your life. And Randall, our psychologist, came up to me afterwards and he said, the number is 7.5. 7.5 years can add to your life by being part of a spiritual community. But it must be one in which you resonate with, where you can just feel that energy feel. And so when we come together on Sunday mornings, we take all our collective energy and we put it into one pool, a big old bowl, and we mix it all up real nice and neat. And by the time we leave here, we have one big energy ball, and you can feel it. And it's a spiritual hot tub, as I say sometimes. And it's good for you to be in that energy field. And that's the primary things. All the teaching, all the talking, all of this and that is all wonderful. But it comes down to being in that field that we create, because that's what's good for you. So we do this by singing together, and because the more we do together, the more energy we put into the picture. We sing together, we laugh together, we learn together, we affirm together, we meditate together, we pray together. We do all these things together during this hour that's going to pass real soon. So I want to welcome you once again, and I will invite you to join me in our mission statement, like you mean it. We are a thriving spiritual community inspiring and empowering individual and global transformation as exemplified by the life and the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters. Our announcements. Yes.
Good morning. Good morning. I know we have some visitors here with us this morning for the first time, so I would invite you to stand if you're comfortable doing that and give us your name and where you're from. Hi, Don and Jen from Sun City and from Georgetown. Very good. Doug? Okay, Doug from Georgetown. Thank you, Doug. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Hi, Karen from Lake Travis and here. All right. Well, we're glad you all could join us this morning. We have a welcome packet for you. It has a little information about Unity and our church. And there's a visitor form in there that you can fill out if you want to stay in touch with what's going on here at Unity of Georgetown. You can fill that out and drop it in the collection basket, or you can leave it at the welcome table when you came in. All right. Happy Father's Day. Today is a national celebration and honoring Dad, Papa, Daddy, Padre, Father, etc. So this special day was first observed around 1908 and became a U.S. holiday in 1972. We honor not just fathers, but those paternal bonds and positive male role models and father figures that occur in our society and that offer love, guidance, support, and encouragement. Thank you for all those who choose in any capacity, not just biological, to be a father. Hear, hear. So, let's get metaphysical. Will not be me. Well, thank you anyway, Kim. We will not be meeting at Legacy Hills this Wednesday. As Tommy said, they're going to the movies on Tuesday, June the 23rd. They're meeting popcorn at Film Alley in Georgetown for the 1:15 showing of Disclosure Day. It's open to all that want to come and join us. After the movie, they're going to meet in the bar area to share and discuss. So please purchase your own ticket on the website. The next LGM meeting in the park will be on Wednesday, July the 1st. So next Monday, no, that's not next Monday, Monday a week, June the 29th, Jill Cook will be having her meditation and prayer group meeting starting at 7 o'clock at her home. Please let Jill know if you're planning on attending. Jill's up here. She has room for about 20 people. So she says dress comfortably and bring water if you like, and plan to enjoy an evening of peace and presence. Now, save the date. We're planning on our second round of community connections for Saturday, July the 18th. Sign-ups will begin next Sunday, and we're currently making a list of people that will host the gatherings in their homes. If you're interested or you have questions about being a host, you can see Sandy Moore. Sandy, where are you? Sandy's back there. See her after the service. Make sure you stay in the loop here in Georgetown Unity with our weekly newsletter. Comes out on Friday. If you're not receiving it, you can see our fabulous admin, Carrie, over here at the desk, and let her know. If you have any questions about the church, you can see Reverend Tommy. You can see a board member. stop at the welcome table. They'll get you fixed up, or see our admin, Carrie. Of course, our prayer chaplains are always happy to speak and to pray and to be helpful with questions too. Now, before we continue with our service, our board president, Therese Finn, has some words.
Thank you. Well, this is the third Sunday of the month, and that means we are honoring a very special volunteer. And this month, it's Bonnie Bartman. And I hope she's here. Oh, no. Bonnie's always here. Well, Bonnie, if you're watching, you are our volunteer of the month, and Bonnie serves on our board of trustees as vice president, and man, did I do a happy dance when I saw her statement of interest come through. She's a wonderful board member. She co-facilitates our Angel team, and she also helped plan our first Community Connections gatherings. And she really brings like a kind of focus, follow through, and heart to every team that she serves on. And you know, I just found out the other day that she lived and worked in Hawaii for 30 years. So it must be that aloha spirit that's still coming through. She helped the Angel team clarify its mission so they can serve our community better. And her insight and ideas have really helped our board make some real progress on some important projects recently. And so Bonnie's loving service is going a long way toward helping Unity Georgetown thrive as a spiritual community. And we're so deeply grateful for all she is and all she does. So Bonnie, wherever you are, we want to give you our Unity blessing today. Bonnie, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity you are.
Thank you, Therese. You know, we like to start with a little bit of humor because that kind of shakes off all the cobwebs that we've picked up during the week. And this one is called the silent treatment. And it's since it's Father's Day, I want to have a heart-to-heart talk with the guys. Guys, don't get into this kind of stuff. You're in over your head, okay? So here's what happened. There's a man and a woman who are having a problem at home, giving each other the silent treatment. Suddenly, the man realizes that he has a flight early in the morning, and he's going to have his wife wake him up. But he doesn't want to give in, right? Because, you know, guys, we're not going to give in. So he says, he decides to write on a piece of paper, "Please wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning." And he puts it next to her bed where she'll be sure to see it. Well, again, boys, we're in over our heads. He wakes up in the morning and it's 9. He realizes he missed the flight. And he's about to start saying something, and he looks over and there's a little piece of paper right next to where he put his. And it says, "Wake up, it's 5 a.m. Do not get into these things, boys. We're in over our heads. Let's rise and continue our service.
All right, let's hear those drums. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends, my wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends, my wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
Renee? We have a guest crystal bowl ringer today. Renee is going to take care of that part of it. And this is a time in our, well, today is all about making a joyful noise. And we all know, as Reverend Tommy said, that we are energy beings. And sound is a very powerful way to express that energy. So now I invite you, as we move into the next part of our service, to allow all that joyful, exuberant energy we've been creating to just turn inward and to become a feeling of deep peace, openness, and aliveness at the center of your soul. And Renee is going to ring the crystal bowl and allow that to just move through the sanctuary and open us.
Today's daily word is a blessing for fathers. And the affirmation is, I celebrate fatherhood and bless all fathers today. Today, I bless my father and give thanks for the part that he played in my life. But I also bless those who showed me fatherly love, who taught and guided me, who led by example and by demonstrating the divine attributes of strength and wisdom. The love and support I received from all the father figures in my life helped me become the person I am today. I am grateful for those special ones who saw my potential and encouraged me to reach high and pursue my dreams. I am also thankful to them for the encouragement they provided during times of disappointment and discouragement. I bless the world's fathers and pray they know the support and guidance they have so lovingly shared with me. Would you please read the affirmation with me twice? I celebrate fatherhood and bless all fathers today. I, my father, and all fathers today. And now please join me in our unity statement of being and our vision statement. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good, omnipotence. Centered in oneness, we co-create a world of love, peace, and abundance.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Good morning. Now it's time for Wisdom of the World. Today is Father's Day. My quotes reflect that responsibility. What you teach your children, you also teach their children. Traditional proverb. Example is not the main thing in influencing others. It's the only thing. Albert Schweitzer. It is admirable for a man to take his son fishing, but there is a special place in heaven for the fathers who takes his daughter shopping. Yeah, sweet. By the time a man realizes that perhaps his father was right, he usually has a son who thinks he's wrong. Charles Wadworth. And now it's time for a song from Kim.
Come together, heart and soul, as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. to build a place we can grow together. Together we are home. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, heart and soul, as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together. Together we are strong. Together in one song. Together in one song.
Thank you, Kim. That was beautiful. Now it's time for community prayer. Today is a day set aside to honor grandfathers, mentors, teachers, and all those who have helped shape our lives. Let us open to the beauty and tradition of this day as we celebrate the fathering presence within and around us. A father is a model for behavior, and through consistency, he teaches without words. A dependable father becomes a living lesson in trust. We recognize in these dads the enduring presence of divine wisdom and divine love. In a spiritual sense, fathering reflects a divine quality, the enduring presence that guides, strengthens, and sustains us. Just as a loving father teaches by example, the divine teaches through the quiet wisdom of life itself, inviting us to become stable, dependable, and compassionate influences in the lives of others. We know there is one divine presence, one power, only one, and we are one with that. We think, speak, and act within that oneness, for it is all there is. Now we will take a few moments to pray for any person or situation close to your heart. Please bring these intentions into our circle of love as we pause for a moment of prayer. We are grateful for our parents who gave us life. We recognize and honor that divine influence which is within and around us. Let us move into meditation. Take a deep breath in, and breathing out slowly, release any concerns. Become still. Enter that quiet place within where the living presence of peace resides. Kim will bring us back with a song.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world.
And thank you for sitting in for Dan, who's on vacation this week. And thank you, Jill, as well. It's all here and now. Let me say that again. It's all here and now. That is finally beginning to sink into me. I'm beginning to understand. You know, we were told that the truth, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. That is the truth. We are getting a lot of new people here at Unity Georgetown, and a lot of you have been checking off the new Trinity box. I'm very happy to see that, because it confirms to me what I have known for a very long time, that there are a lot of people looking for us, a lot for a new spiritual perspective that they can embrace. And the truth is, because we are spiritual, having a human experience, we need that. But it has to be, as I said earlier, something that resonates with you, something that you can make sense of. In Unity Georgetown, we call that a spiritual breath of fresh air. If that describes you, then, as the sign outside says, welcome home. That means for me that I have to find a way to balance Unity teachings with and consciousness that we have here at Georgetown for the new people, and then continue to introduce new pieces of the puzzle for those of us who have been here for a little bit. So it's a balancing act, all within the same lesson every week. When I was at ministerial school, somebody said that the job of a minister is the same thing over and over, and find a new way to say it. And there's a certain truth in that. However, that's more confined to those who teach the same thing over and over and only have one source as a reference. That is not the case here. That is not my approach. I don't mind teaching the same thing over and over, because that is how it sinks in. And as I said, that is how it's sinking into me. I've gone over this stuff a million times. And this week I had this feeling that, you know, I'm starting to see a little light at the end of the tunnel. I really am. And it's interesting. And what that confirms to me is what I've felt all of my life, that any deep look into any of the world's religions tells me that we're all talking about the same thing, and sadly, fighting over the name that we give it. It is sad. And it's time to move on from that mentality. And I've come to do my part to change that consciousness on this planet. I am that pond scum breathing in spiritual oxygen into this new world. And Unity Georgetown is a forward-looking group. It's not a looking back type of a group at all. And that's a wonderful thing, because that brings up yet a new color in our color palette, because we are so many new people. And I have not talked about this in a while. I wanted to share with you something that's one of the many aspects that's very unique to the Unity teachings, and that is what we call the metaphysical interpretation of the Bible. And what that means is, as one professor author said, we take the Bible seriously, but not literally. And let me clarify what I mean by metaphysical. What we really mean is allegorical. Allegorical definition is this: having hidden spiritual meaning that transcends the literal sense of the sacred text. That's what we mean. And the point is, the Bible is a spiritual book and should be interpreted spiritually. So from that angle, from that perspective, the BPP, big picture perspective of the Bible, if you just rise above it and look at it from the beginning to the end, from Genesis to Revelation, it represents our spiritual journey, the classic hero's journey. And put in another way, into our decision to descend into and rise from the lower, more dense states of consciousness. Our journey into this manifest realm, a place where we can express ourselves. Biblically, we were told that what happened is that we decided to eat from the knowledge of good and evil, to enter the world of duality. And the journey begins with the formation of the universe, setting the stage of the theater, as we talked about at LGM this week, called planet Earth. Then on to the atom consciousness, when we became self-aware of ourselves. And ultimately to what we call the birth of the Christ, the divine within us, when we finally understand that we're spiritual beings having a human experience. This is called the second coming. And let me be clear, the second coming is not about an external event. Nothing is about external events. It's all about internal events and what's happening to you spiritually and how you are unfolding. So the second coming is not the return of Jesus. It is the awakening in you that you are a spiritual being. So from this allegorical place of interpretation, then every person in the Bible becomes representative of a state of consciousness in which you move forward as you transcend and get higher elevations. So, and then you get multiple people then, the Jews, the Gentiles, the Egyptians, the Gnostics, they represent stages of consciousness that we go through. Structures then become, let's call them crystallized ideas in your mind. Plateaus where you're stuck in a certain way of seeing things. In spiral dynamics, it's like, we go through the war, to the tribal, to the traditional, to the modern stages of unfolding. So this conversation began about being forward thinking and moving forward. What I like to call as the have the experience and move on thing. Very Eastern approach. I've always been attracted to the Eastern way of looking at things because, as I've said before, we tend to be Klingons. We are the Klingons. So let me share with you a Zen koan, what's called a koan. It's called the Muddy Road. There were two monks traveling down a muddy road. They came up to a village, and there was a pretty young lady on the side wearing a real lovely kimono, and she wanted to cross the street, but she didn't want to get a kimono muddy. So one of the young monks walks over there, grabs her, picks her up, puts her down, and he continues. 4 hours later, the second monk says, "Why did you do that?" And the first monk said, "Do what? What are you talking about?" He said, "Why did you pick up that girl? We are monks. We do not touch girls." And the monk said, "I put her down 4 hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" Move on. So if we want to move forward, we need to look forward. And this is a good time perhaps to consider, how many things are you carrying with you that are 4 hours long ago, or 4 days ago, or 40 years ago? Maybe it's time to put them down. You don't need them anymore. It's time to release them. So I'm reminded of a story from Scripture when I was thinking about this not looking back thing. And it comes from the story of Genesis, from the book of Genesis. And the story goes that God was going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. I think most of us are familiar with the story. And because of its wickedness and its cruelty. And so, remember, cities represent structures, represent stages of consciousness, okay? So Lot, which is Abraham's nephew, and his wife are told to leave the city. Angels come and visit them. Angels would be insightful thoughts, let's call them, metaphysically speaking. And they are told to leave the city. And they're told not to look back. So what's the message? Leave that old state of consciousness behind that you don't no longer need, and move on. Do not look back. But we have a tendency to be Klingons. And Lot's wife looks back. And she's turned into a pillar of salt. That's the story. So it's telling us there, from that perspective, don't look back. And you know why? Because wherever you, listen to this, we're powerful beings, but our power is in our focus, in our attention. Where your focus, where your attention is, there your power lies. So if you're looking to the past, your attention is in the past. You're not here. You need to be here all the time. So that's what that's telling me. And that's the message of today, moving on. And we have been moving on a lot lately. We're moving on to this new place, this stage that's called the New Copernican Revolution. It's a radical paradigm shift in how we see things. And the first and foremost thing to consider about this new Copernican revolution is that it's grounded in the idea of oneness. We are all one. We're not separate. We never have been. It's not even possible to be. But we can believe that we are separate. And what we believe is our focus. That's our attention. That's our power. So we believe we're separate, and so we experience separation. That's what this stuff, these spiritual masters have told us this all along. Jesus told us that. So when he said, remember when they asked him, when will we see the kingdom, Jesus? He said, you're never going to say, here it is or there it is, because the kingdom is in our midst. It is all here and now. Right now. Can you see the question? And there's another related statement in the Bible that says, all things are possible with God. Wow. And so, who is God to the language of the people who were listening to the words of Jesus? Well, they lived in a patriarchal society, and so their image of God was a giant man in the sky. Is that the one you have? Is that the one we have? I don't think we do. Granted, this is a difficult thing to leave behind because we look back. But you know what? It's starting to work. I heard somebody say this. I hadn't heard that expression in a while. The man upstairs. Is that the image of God that you have, the man upstairs? I like the one, I keep saying it over because he's my bud, man. Meister Eckhart. He's my buddy. He said, God is not a being. God is beingness. I've said it over and over. And it's a difficult thing to leave behind because we tend to do that. But now we're getting an image from this new Copernican revolution of a God that is what physics calls the unified field. Wow, that's an image. An ocean of infinite possibility. So 2 weeks ago, I talked about Erwin Schrödinger, and he introduced the concept of what's called superposition. Superposition means that we're living in this quantum soup of infinite possibility, and anything can happen, but nothing does until you measure it, and it collapses into this thing. So Schrödinger is saying all things are possible with God, but he's using a whole different language to say it. But it's one that we can understand. Because I told you before, also Jesus said to the people, I have much more to tell you, but you cannot bear it now. They would have never understood superposition. It's difficult for us. I read the definition for you. We all went, huh? What does that mean? But how about if I say all things are possible with God? Oh, I can understand that. Well, very good. Let's work with that then. But anything is possible because that is what's happening. And so when I found out that Schrödinger was reading the Upanishads, and the Upanishads are 3,500, 4,000 years old, or whatever they are saying the same thing, that you cannot separate the object from the subject. They're one and the same thing. We're in this field of infinite possibility, and we come up as an expression, and then we go again into this field. It's a strange thing. But I think Unity Georgetown is starting to understand these things, and it is helpful to make these. So Schrödinger wrote this book. It's called My View of the World. And he starts at the very beginning. He's saying, This got nothing to do with physics. I'm not talking physics. I'm not talking quantum. I'm not talking nothing. I'm talking about my view of life. And it's based on the Upanishads. And he made 3 statements. He said, the multiplicity is only apparent. This is the doctrine of the Upanishads. And not only the Upanishads, he said, the mystical experience of the union with God leads to this view. Statement number 2, he wrote, there is no kind of framework in which we can find consciousness in the plural. It is something we construct because of the temporal plurality of the individuals, but it is a false construction. This is one of the smartest men that's ever lived, and he's saying these things. The world is given to me only once, he wrote. Not one existing and one perceiving. Subject and object are one. We are one with the universe. That is a hard thing to sink in. It is a very difficult thing to sink in, and it's taken me a long time, but I'm starting to see that little light at the end of the tunnel. It's a strange thing. The Upanishads call this oneness the Brahman. And it's kind of like the universe is playing peekaboo with us. It's there when we look at it, and it's not when we don't. It's the strangest thing. But here's the whole thing. The challenge becomes to open ourselves, practice being in the silence, and just open up yourself to allow that oneness to start to sink in. Because biblically it says, it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Rewritten, it is the unified field's good pleasure to give us access to the entire universe. Can you wrap your head around that? That is the strangest thing. But that's what we're being told. And that's what we're opening up ourselves to. And it's all waiting for us. Because where we focus, there our power is. And so it is.
It's all about allowing peace within. It's absolute surrender, so serenity begins. For when the storm subsided and calm becomes a wave, it's all about allowing it to stay. It's all about allowing love to flow. It's setting down your burdens and just simply letting go. For as you cease to struggle and love pours through your heart, it's all about allowing it to start. Now feel it warm and shining, new with promise, strong and dying, love different than any you have known. And now the seed is sown. It's all about allowing change to show. Then live like it's all you'll ever know. And though it won't be easy, you can truly say you've tried. For it's all about allowing it inside. And now the seed is sown. It's all about allowing love to flow. It's setting down your burdens and just simply letting go. For as you cease to struggle and love pours through your heart, it is all about allowing. It was all about allowing it to start.
Yeah. Way to go, Kim. That's just awesome, Kim. Thank you so much. And that's what I was saying. It's about allowing. You know, it was so easy for us to believe that we were lowly sinners. Maybe it'll get easy for us to understand that we are the power that we have. So now comes the time in the service where we take our tithes and our offerings in our hands and give it to the spiritual community so we can continue the work of changing the consciousness of this planet. Because that old warrior mentality, it's got to go. It's got to go. So we take our tithes in our hands and we say, divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God.
Everything I see, everything I do is blessed by your hand, God. I'll give it back to you. Everything I give, every thought that's true is magnified in kind, God. I'll give it back to you.
Join me in our offering dedication. We bless and dedicate these tithes and offerings as an expression of divine love, and we release them to manifest that love in our community and in our world. We bless the planet Earth and all of its inhabitants. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the divine in all. Reminding announcements. Jill's meditation group is next, not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow. Get a hold of Jill if you'd like to have more information on that. Let's Get Metaphysical is going to meet at the theater. And you all can come. Just buy your ticket. We'll be there 1:15. at the theater downtown, well, over here at Film Alley. And afterwards, we'll hang around and kind of talk about it. Think, are we alone? Let me see. Congratulations to Bonnie Bartman. She's not here today, but we love Bonnie. Also, you want to see Sandy about community little groups. They're small little get-together at people's houses and give you a chance to kind of get to know each other a little more, because we see each other on Sundays, but most of you, many of you, I don't know much about, and so neither do you each other. So that's what that's about. Thanks to everybody that helped today. Oh, very creative. Oh, I didn't wear a tie today. Oh, man, sheesh. You should have told me, Carrie. Gosh. I think that's all we have for today. Let's end with our peace song. Thank you for...
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin
with me.
Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God as Creator, family all are in. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joy and vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light that is shines as me. The love that is lives as me. The power that is flows as me. The presence that is moves as me. Wherever I am, the one is whole, radiant, complete. I am light. I am love. I am power. I am presence. I am. Have a blessed, blessed week.